do some sketchy shit. Do-da, do-da, hope I get away with it. Oh, do-da, day.
I am Frau Blucher.
Okay. Good evening and welcome to Stupid O'Clock. This show brought to you by StreamYard's new sound app.
Yeah, they've kind of took a hint from Discord.
Oh, they did another update today?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what day it was, but Joe Dog told me about it when I got backstage. Hey, Zach.
I say I don't remember seeing anything new last night during my show.
Ooh, I like that one.
That is not something a redneck wants to hear, Joe Dog.
Am I hearing a dial-up?
Maybe I've got my fan on. I've got my fan in the window, so that might.
I keep vaguely hearing something that does sound like the old dial-up.
I thought it might have been somebody's 3D printer.
Yeah, hey, Zach. No. Well, we can take our hat off, put our head, and hang our heads. AOL has ended dial-up.
I would be curious to know how many people were still using dial-up AOL. From what I understand, there are rural areas where that was what you had. That's
all you had.
That's all you had. Of course.
So last millennium.
Yeah.
Hey, Zach, about time they ended it. You live in like rural Canada. I mean, Bigfoot probably still has AOL.
And they'll be the ones complaining about it the loudest.
Mm-hmm.
First you take away my Cracker Barrel, now you done away with my dial-up.
Oh, I had a weird. I was drinking a bit the other night. Oh wait, here we go. So
0.13%. I misread that at first.
Well, that means there's 0.13% of the United States with internet will not have internet service.
Well, no, it just means they won't have AOL. They'll just have to go to something else, which it doesn't mean they don't have access to it. It just means they don't have AOL anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. Just get a damn Starlink. It's cheap.
No, it ain't.
Yeah.
Define cheap in this context.
Go on Facebook Marketplace. You can pick up a complete Starlink system for $100 now.
Yeah, and how much does the service cost you?
Depending on what you get, I think the $90-something
A month.
a month.
No wonder my friends over on the canal boat videos keep complaining about how much it costs, but it's the only thing that'll keep them connected in places where there is no cell service.
Oh, and Joe?
Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Great name for a liquor store. Do you have to bring your own shield, or do they provide it?
I think you just bring a shield in, they load it up with liquor and charge you by the pound.
Hey, Scotsman liquor, you're going to need a shield.
Okay, I would open one up across the street called the Irishman's Liquor Store.
Whoa.
Just to start a fight.
Oh, and in case some of y'all at home are wondering why that liquor store is so relevant, that is the closest liquor store to Montgomery Bell State Park near Dixon, Tennessee, where they will be holding Outside Con here in a couple weeks.
Next weekend.
Ooh.
Next weekend.
Oh, yeah, like a week and a half. Yeah, or like a week and a day.
No. Next week we'll be up there. Me and you will anyway.
That leads to the question that you asked me backstage.
Yeah. Hey, Zach.
Hello.
Since there ain't nobody going to be around, they're all going to be at this convention, well, except for me. Do we actually need a stupid o'clock next week?
That would be a Carl and Donna and Zach question.
Exactly. I just, my reply to Joe Dog was, if our audience wants it, I'll do it. If not, we can just take a week off.
Speaking of people that need a Starlink system, Joe,
I keep thinking about it, but you know what? Screw Elon.
No.
I'm not going to give him that much money for a weekend. One
you
weekend
know
a year.
Do you know how popular the HaloCon Pavilion would be if we went up there with Starlink and a router?
Starlink has a router.
I mean, so everybody could come in there with their phones and laptops and stuff and like get on the internet, check their mail and stuff.
Joe Dog ain't paying for that.
No, they will. You charge $5 in access.
I like this guy. He thinks good.
Now, Zach, I got one question. As you were watching the video of the Starship engine section and the event happened.
Oh my God.
That did look kind of spooky.
I had it up on TV in the bedroom. I'm laying in the bed and I'm watching it. It went, yeah, we're doing this and this. And it went boom. And the guys went, ooh. And I said, ooh, that's not good.
So what happened when it hit the water? Did it?
Very beautiful things. I'm trying to find it. Let me pull it up.
Did it actually blow up, or was it like just venting fuel or something?
So there are mixed opinions on what happened, and that's all thanks to Elon being Elon. Because, like, where is it? Share screen. Window. This one.
Well, you got to realize that thing was probably, the skin on that thing was still probably several hundred. Well,
so
you do it.
All right.
Elon posted these pictures about an hour ago. Yes, that is a kid's boat pool turned into a boat middle of the Indian Ocean with a Starlink dish on it and a camera. The only thing is, everyone's pretty certain this isn't the ship from 2 days ago. This looks like ship 31, not ship 37.
Yeah.
But some of the things make it look like ship 37, and Elon's not saying which ship it is. So it's really annoying. But this is what it looked like when it came down. And the reason Starship is doing its own SLS impression is they tested 3 metallic tiles on the top. Yeah, they rusted and decided to pour the rust down the entire rest of the ship during re-entry. So it rusted at the outside of all of the heat shield tiles all the way down during the re-entry phase from just 3 tiles.
How did it rust? Would they pour oxidizer on it or something? Or...
There was metal tiles that oxidized.
Which is weird because there's no oxygen in space. So
I don't know.
Would have to be their fuel. There's
if you want to pull me down, I'll pull up the video. The video is way cooler than the picture.
And while you're doing that,
welcome everyone to.
Carl says if there is a show, he'll be here for it.
Okay. A little bit of an over rotation there.
It always does that.
It's for braking.
And then it went bada boom.
I'll be honest with you. If you got to admit that thing just came through, several thousands of degrees temperature
into some really cold water.
Because it's winter down there. So
yeah.
And where's the kablooey? There should be an earth-shattering kaboom.
There you go.
Yeah, when it blew its head off.
Oh, Don.
And we're back to the classic SpaceX where everyone's like, "Oh, we blew it up."
So much data.
Hey, they got to build another one. That's job security. Okay, that's what. Hey, we get to work for another 6 months. Okay,
cool is I'm not completely certain, but I believe this camera is inside the new headquarters because of the big Mars on the. So yeah. I believe these are Starbase cameras with the staff. But yeah, it did incredibly well.
Do we know when they're going to try and land one someplace?
So Elon said, because this is the second last V2, and normally when they switch versions of rockets, they fail for a few flights. They're delaying the ship catch to flight 13 through 15, somewhere in there. And this was flight 10.
So can they catch these things in the chopsticks?
Yeah. So the ships will be caught the same way as the boosters.
Okay. Which sort of makes sense. You don't have to have landing gear. See, I thought they were going to have landing gear to test like the Mars lander or something like that.
Yeah. Elon doesn't like feet. Why is that only in 480? That's weird.
Well, they were also talking about just landing it on the skirt at Mars.
Yeah, that is true. They're debating on that. This was the booster coming back. There we go. So they reignited 3 of all the center engines. Then they shut down the center core and they leave 3, and then they simulated a failure and activated another one to see if they could still save it, and it worked perfectly.
I heard that this whole mission was nothing but test failures. I mean,
basically,
they left some of the tiles off to see if it would burn.
They've done that for the last 5 of them because the last 4 of them they haven't made it as far as they did.
And then what's the other thing? The flap took damage because they wanted it to. And what was the other thing?
Well, the flap is questionable. I will find that in a second. This is inside of it. They figured out how to do their best Boeing impression and actually open the door. And then the
But
Pez dispenser.
Did they close the door again?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Pez dispenser works. They ejected 8 fake Starlinks into a suborbital orbit.
Are they real Starlinks, or were they just
No,
done?
they're
No,
fake.
no.
They're the exact same size and weight.
But they're
I
they're
can't
not
believe
Starlinks.
they didn't have a camera on them.
There
at
was a
least one.
camera on the top of the ship looking down. The
Yeah.
stupid thing they did is they did the deployment at night. There was no light. You couldn't see anything outside the ship. Well, then you watch it go up and down and do its thing, and it actually worked, which no one believes. Everyone really likes that there's just like a bicycle chain as, part of
Motorcycle.
the system.
Motorcycle.
That's a motorcycle chain.
Yeah, it's too big to be a bicycle.
But even still, like, how often can those just pop off? There's
not often.
Not all that often. You
Oh.
have to make sure that you don't let them wear out or the
You've heard
gears
of
that they're attached to.
You've heard of the Bradley fighting vehicle, right?
Maybe.
Main gun on a Bradley is a 25 millimeter chain gun. And the reason they call it a chain gun is the bolt and feeding system is actuated by a motorcycle chain. As a matter of fact, some of the guys are really proud that their chain came from Harley Davidson.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, the Harrier jump jet is a Harley Davidson chain.
Yes. They got the 25 millimeter. I think theirs is a Mauser cannon, though.
No, the nozzle rotators.
Oh, really?
Harriers?
I did not know that.
This was a moment everyone kind of laughed. The satellite hit the door on the way out.
You're not supposed to let the door hit you on your way out.
No. Well, it hit it. It was like a thank you. So I think they should put a little sign that says thank you. And every satellite
No.
taps on the way out
They
the
need to
door.
have a sticker. They need to have a sticker in yellow and black that says max headroom.
That would work. They did that. Then they went and successfully lit one engine, proving that if they had actually put Starship into orbit, they could have deorbited it. So this ship could have had real Starlinks and could have gone into orbit. But because they didn't know they'd make it that far, it did not.
Will the next one do an orbit?
Oh, yeah, here it is.
Maybe. Let's see if I can find. So re-entry started, which is always like the most incredible thing. And here's the fun part. Everything's nice and casual. Oh, no.
Mine was, ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, they're not supposed to look like that.
To tell you the truth, to my uninformed mind, that looked like a piece of space junk impacted the skirt.
So the running theory on possibly what it was, because this is where one of the flaps is that some of the two of the feed lines might have ruptured.
Oh, okay.
So that was hydraulic.
SpaceX hasn't said anything. That's just armchair scientists looking at pictures.
And you notice the pink fiberglass stand?
Yeah, well.
No, well, everything.
They could have got the good stuff, but no, I guess it cost too much.
And then we started watching that flap come apart very slowly. But the flap was fine. It still moved. Still was flapping. They did not lose signal once during re-entry, which is like incredible.
No kidding.
They also held this altitude of like 64 to 66 for like a ridiculous amount of time. But they were literally just skimming.
I was watching that. They held the altitude, and for a little while there, they were just coasting. Rapidly fast, but they were just coasting. The speed didn't change much either.
No. And then the reason the flaps actually started flapping during this, and they're not perfectly straight or perfectly out, is they were actually forcing the ship to divert. So the only way for them to bring a ship back to Starbase on a singular orbit is if during re-entry they re-enter on like a tilt. So
Slalom.
they're diverting the ship from its actual trajectory, but they're only doing it with its re-entry. They're not using an engine to do it. And it worked perfectly because they landed right next to the buoy. And the only reason we know that they did that is because of the hazard zones. The center line of the hazard zone shifted a few kilometers. But yeah, Starlink gave live views the entire time through all the plasma.
I tried to watch it on Armchair Rocket Science, but they weren't showing it.
Yeah, we didn't carry it.
Unacceptable, Joda.
Well, Armchair got we got a strike for showing it on YouTube. The SpaceX video.
Probably not
Somebody-
the video, probably the audio.
No, one of the videos copyright claim in 12 regions.
Was it one of the stupid claims from one of those random companies?
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone complained about that. It disappeared about 12 hours later. A company out of like Africa accidentally claimed that they own the SpaceX feed.
Yeah, I'm sure that was accidental.
Yeah, that's like the country out of the Middle East that accidentally claimed they own the Star Spangled Banner.
Yes. You know how we always start the show with the Star Spangled Banner? They made a copyright claim against it.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And then it falls over and goes cob.
I just like right there, it looks like a killer whale or a big blue whale.
Bridging.
I
And
hope
right
we'll-
there, it looks like a whale on the desert.
Now, wouldn't that be hilarious if they landed Starship on a blue whale and what you saw was actually the blue whale getting blown up by the Starship?
That'd be concerning. They get canceled so fast.
Oh, no kidding.
But the sound waves are always amazing to watch on these. I don't know why it's not as visible on this one. This uploaded only in 480 for some reason. But I think this one has it. Yeah. We'll jump forward there.
You mean
I
the
do
diamond
like-
shock waves?
Yeah.
I like the 6 vents on the flame trenches.
Yeah.
Is
And
this a
just,
slow-mo? Or
this is slow-mo, yeah.
okay.
And then just this
Wow.
morning, the Office of, is it the Marines? I think it is, released the updated blueprints that show the plans for the Pad A retrofit to make it look like Pad B. So it'll get a all new launch mount and
Flame trench and all that.
yeah, full
Now,
redo.
now be sure to dig the flame trench towards the tank farm.
No, they're doing it even weirder. Let me find it. They're doing it in a way that I don't understand why, but it's probably the only way it would fit.
Fit within their footprint.
Well, they're expanding their footprint.
Yeah, I heard Elon saying something that the launch pad's only 3 feet above sea level.
Yeah.
See, that implies that the next hurricane is going to make it a submarine launch.
So there's the new map, Joe Dog, which I mean most people probably won't understand, but so this is over. Can you see my mouse? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where the current pad is. Here's
Yeah.
the tower, and then the pad's a circle right here. Now it'll get here, but now it'll get a whole flame trench identical to this one. But it means the flame trench will shoot out that way and that way. But they're
Oh,
building
over the tank farm into the new air separation system where all the oxygen's going to be.
Nope, tank farm's right here.
No, across the street, the air separation tank that they're supposed to be
Oh
building.
yeah, that's over here. Yeah, I don't know why it's not on this blueprint. Because they're going to have a tank farm here. They're going to expand the tank farm here. They're going to have a deflector farm for the water. Whatever this is all pumps. There's another deflector farm. LNG liquefaction. Staging would be for, we're assuming, where they want to have just extra like ships or boosters. But we don't know why you would have it there. Like, you can't launch from this pad with a ship parked there. Maybe over here, but... And then they're building these blast walls, apparently. So... anything in white is new. Anything in gray was, I guess, previously approved. And then they're putting a generator down here, which will be new. And then this is where all the public stands, which will all be very sad.
Where?
Where it says 1,000-foot dune line.
Yeah.
This is like where everyone walks out.
Yeah.
But this is an expansion. This is including some of the area, like where this LNG liquefaction is where we stand right now. If we go out, like pre-launch.
Oh, to get pictures and everything?
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. But it looks like they're going to build a full wall around it. And yeah.
What, like a seawall?
Security wall. So probably similar to what they've built by the
main road
egg farm. But they're going to build that all the way around the entire thing except for the new gates. Because they're closing off like a lot of the gates, that there's just going to be basically like two. There's going to be two road entrances. Everything else is just going to be like little people entrances. Otherwise, it's just two big roadways. So.
Oh, looks like fun.
We'll see. We'll see how quickly they can do it. But
I wish I was a contractor in that area. Pay me to build something. 6 months later, they tear it down, pay me to build something else.
Exactly.
Right.
And I'm glad to have my stuff back too, Carl. I'm not super thrilled about the time they woke me up to deliver it.
What, 7:30 in the morning?
No, worse than that. I'm supposed to get an email yesterday giving me a 3-hour delivery window. Never got an email. I was up late in the morning for a launch. Still no email. I go to bed, fall asleep at 5 o'clock. I wake up at 7:25 to my doorbell ringing and my phone ringing. Hi, I'm here with your pod. 7:30 in the morning in a residential community. That thing had to leave the north side at like 6:30. I wake up, so deal with everything, get it delivered. I check my email. They sent me an email at 6:45 saying you should have received a 3-hour window yesterday, but just remember we can show up anytime after 7. Maybe you should send that, I don't know, not 15 minutes before 7. But I got it open, and I have a new thingy that'll make Joe Dog jealous.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's going to show you his thing, Joe. It's going to make you jealous.
I can't do that on YouTube.
This
Can't
one
do that
time
on most platforms.
So Starbase, for some reason, likes to try to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I opened the pod, it tried to kill me. One of the Starship rocks flew out the door at me. So I'm trying to convince Starbase and Starship that I work for them. So I got one of these. From the people at Starbase.
Nice.
So now I just need a Starship shirt, and I could rack around Starbase, and everybody thinks I work there.
You need a yellow vest and
Okay,
a
wait a minute.
clipboard.
You
And
know
a
what shirt?
clipboard.
Yep.
You know what shirt you need, and nobody will ask you a question when you're walking around with that hat.
OSHA.
Spaceballs, the T-shirt.
I'm ready for Halloween. But I was shocked. I thought I was buying like a used one from a guy. No, this thing was brand new. He never used it. So I don't know if he got hired and fired really fast, but like, it's
Didn't
not
they
cheap.
Didn't they have a big layoff not too long ago?
No, it's not cheap. It's all adjustable. And
No, I don't think they were affected by Doge.
Uh,
so when I do all my Lego building streams, we're ready.
hey, hold it up to where Joe can look at the bottom of it. Look at that. Wait a minute. Is that carbon fiber? Or is it just a wrap of carbon fiber?
It
It
doesn't.
does look kind of like carbon fiber, don't it?
It doesn't feel like a wrap.
Yeah.
Warning. It has a big warning label.
What's the warning label? Yeah. Who makes it? I mean, is it like MSA
It's
or
Pyrex?
SpaceX?
Pyramex. Warning. This protective headwear is designed to absorb some energy of a blow through partial destruction. Okay, very default label.
Yeah.
Rapidly unplanned destruction.
No,
Yeah, they should have
I-
put a label on it. This will not save you from a Starship Rud.
Now I wonder if the carbon fiber ones have the same have an expiration date on them like the regular hard hats do.
Maybe. I'm looking
Look
up
on
the.
there. Look in there and see if there's a date on it.
Should be on the sticker.
No, it won't be on the sticker. It's normally molded into the
Best used
hat
before.
itself.
There's a size range.
Best use before you actually need it.
There's some weird numbers,
That's probably it then.
like Oh yeah, nope. I'm guessing these are the years.
Is it a circle and then
With an
it's
arrow?
pointing? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
So what's the first one?
it expired April of 2024.
Okay.
No wonder you got it so cheap.
Well, I would like to say it was cheap. It was not cheap.
Oh, now you know why you got it. He had to get a new one.
I'm not gonna wear it on an actual. Okay, I found it on their website. It's a Ridgeline hydro dipped, full brim vented, 4-point ratchet. Where to buy? You can buy it online. Buy now. How much is it new? Let's find out.
About $6.
$28.30, but you have to buy 12 of them. So, yeah. Hi, welcome to my show. Everyone left.
Yeah.
Now if I hide there.
Oh, up.
Will one of you please decide who's actually running the show? I haven't touched any buttons except to bring up comments.
I was gonna say, don't look at me. I don't have ops.
Whew.
No, I definitely spent more than $28.
Now, where did you hide your AirPod in it?
What?
Didn't you have an Apple AirPod hid in it?
The AirTag?
Yeah, AirTag.
I threw it in the pod. I haven't found it yet.
Oh.
Should be somewhere by the front door.
Hey, Kiri.
It worked okay. Some states it worked better than others.
See, the trick to putting AirPods in a pod like that, get you one of these push lamps that you can. It's battery operated. You turn it on and off. It's got a little adhesive sticker on the back. put it inside the lamp, and then stick it to the top of the pod so you can see what you're doing. And if somebody does steal it, they'll keep using that darn light, trying to, and they won't even realize there's an AirPod in it.
Bag or whatever.
Yeah. What?
Oh, yeah. Wished you happy birthday already, Kerry, but happy birthday again.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
That's all I remember.
Yeah.
That's copywritten.
Happy birthday from the Hooters crew. Happy birthday. Happy to you. Something like that.
No one is going to comment how John knows the entire song by heart. He goes in there once a week and tells him it's his birthday. Oh. Well, it'll just have to wait. Chrome decided it was going to update during the show.
Yeah, I got some sort of weird little update today on Microsoft. So it wasn't big. It only took it like 15 seconds to do it. So
No, yeah.
there's probably an ad telling me they're going to quit doing Windows 10 and they need to buy something with Windows 11 in it.
Yep.
That's what all the cool kids are doing.
Yeah, after my last Windows update, I just keep getting random pop-ups of blank command line screens. It's like, what? Oh, it's gone. Okay. Just pops up a DOS screen and then goes away.
I don't like Windows. They're expensive.
And Apple isn't.
Oh, yeah. With Apple, you only pay it $2,000 more for the name tag.
I was being a pain. I was referring to real Windows.
Oh.
I just bought 3.
Oh,
Yeah, now those windows are expensive.
$5,800.
Oof.
The first
what are
quote
they,
was
bulletproof?
No, they're triple pane. They're here. The room's a mess, but it's those
Triple
windows.
paned and sealed with argon inside, right?
Probably. I don't know. But they're not going to be installed till December. So in December, when it's minus 20 out, they're going to cut a
rip a hole inside your house.
You'll be back in Florida.
Probably won't be on a plane in December. Maybe January. February for sure. Well, if SLS is ready.
It won't be.
It could be. There's a chance. Keep in mind, it was ready for Artemis 1 a year before it flew. Are you going to come down for this one, Joe Dye?
I don't know.
Wrong answer.
Well, shit.
It's our Apollo 8. You can't miss that.
Not going to say anything about. You sure not 13?
No, we're going to do that on a Artemis, probably like 6.
They moved Bruce Willis into an elderly nursing home with around-the-clock care.
Oh. Well.
Yeah. His daughter's been doing everything to take care of him. So but he just keeps getting worse and worse.
He
What is
doesn't even remember his acting career.
No.
What is it he's got? Is
Dysphagia or something. Dan, you know the word.
I might know it, but I don't know which one applies to him.
dementia.
Well, yeah. Well, it's turned into dementia. It was a dysphasia. Is that the one where you couldn't?
You can't remember words?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia. And then
Okay, that's a new one on me. They keep adding syllables so they can keep raising the bill. Ah,
Aphasia. Thank you.
aphasia. Yes, I suffer from that occasionally.
Yeah.
Your brain
Oh.
just will not spit out the word you know. You got the entire sentence lined up in your head, but you can't say it.
Well, Donna had to take a trip to the ER again yesterday.
Oh, you're Donna. Okay.
Oh, no.
We got electric scooters to get us back and forth from pavilion to lodge.
ooh,
So I told her, you need to get used to this thing. So she hops on it beside the deck, heads out, turns, wipes out, and messes her knee up.
yeah, you do not live in a neighborhood conducive to scooters. Okay, I'll
This
just
was
say
the
that right off the
backyard.
bat.
This was the backyard.
You do not live in a neighborhood conducive to scooters. Because if you could pick up enough speed going down that hill to probably make it into the Tennessee River.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say there.
But can you pick up enough speed if you have a flux capacitor?
Well, Joe, I used to work at a gas station just down the street from my house and went to deliver a car literally across the street from where I live. When I slowed down to stop in front of her house, the brakes locked up. I was at the bottom of the hill before I got control.
Ooh.
John, you can tell him how far that is.
It's a big hill.
And honest to God, I think I picked up speed every time I touched the brakes.
Show him your badge. Show him your badge. Oh, dear.
I'll tell you, whoever writes these HOA stories, I mean, that is, Oscar worthy, some of the stuff they come up with.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Some of them. And then a couple of them should be Hallmark movies.
Yeah.
We just got a new executive order. NASA is now a national security agency level. No more unions.
Ooh.
Sounds like someone told Trump China's going to win the moon.
Yeah. That's going to go over like a lead balloon.
NASA is now equal to the CIA and the NSA in
Good.
national security importance.
Good.
Which means, Zach, you may not be able to get back onto Kennedy Space Center property.
Yep.
Oh, the Space Center probably let him on board. It's the other, like, high up headquarters things that he won't be able to get into.
Well, the thing is, people want headquarters to move to Kennedy. But we'll see.
But that means he'll have to give him a budget.
True.
Now, well, here's the thing. He's also wanting to move Columbia out of Smithsonian to Houston and move everything in Houston to Kennedy.
Yeah, there's a big gray area. That's not Trump. That's Cruz. But yeah, Cruz wants.
I think they're getting ready to do a
Ever?
renovation at the Smithsonian, which is one of the reasons they want to move the space shuttle out of there.
Smithsonian's taking them to court.
Really?
Smithsonian says, we own the shuttle. You don't get to take it back. And the U.S. government said, we built the thing. It's ours.
And
You get the museum rights, but it's our shuttle.
Houston is doing a big renovation. Smithsonian's going to be doing a big renovation.
Are they, though? Houston
they
had this big announcement last year of this huge expansion for the public
You got to
museum.
remember, okay, you got to look at NASA's budget. Okay, that's
Space Center Houston isn't NASA.
Is it not?
The museum has nothing to do with NASA. Just like Kennedy Space Center doesn't have anything to do with NASA. It's Delaware North. That's why they're making really poor decisions at Kennedy Space Center of what works and what doesn't, because it's run by Delaware North. They took out the JFK Memorial fountain and put in an LED screen to sell tickets on and like put dramatic videos on.
Ooh.
And they now put a video of the fountain they removed on it. Now, don't get me wrong, the fountain needed to be replaced. It was well corroded, calciumed. I mean, you're living 3 miles from the ocean.
Not even that. Yeah.
Running a fountain. Like, it needed to be redone. It had been there for decades, but there's now no JFK Memorial at KSC.
No, about the same thing. They had to redo the reflecting pond in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
Because they had been running salt water in the reflecting pond from the brackish water that comes out of the river over there, the Potomac. And they had been running that water in there. So now they're running real water, and it ain't doing any damage like it was.
Your tax dollars at work.
Well, it was back when they built the thing. That was a brilliant idea, was to use the local water so you wouldn't have to waste water. You know, they did the same thing with Alcatraz. They had 2 water systems, one for drinking water and one that used seawater for flushing the toilets and stuff. And of course, the salt water piped and corroded everything. And that's what wound up closing Alcatraz, because they're going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars to redo the plumbing. So,
good night, Chris.
Good night, Chris.
Good night, Chris.
Well, there were some other reasons. It basically came down to money. So
it always does.
As St. Ronnie said, the most feared words in the political world, we're from the government and we're here to help.
This was the fountain. And what they did is they had the original countdown clock from the press site linked to it. And I think it's every hour, the countdown clock would start ticking. And when it would hit 0, they would run a shuttle simulation with the fountain doing like a water show, playing like JFK audio and a bunch of other stuff.
And they removed that.
Yes, to do this. Which they literally have put a mark on the floor so you can stand in the right place to get this like 3D effect that looks like the things are like coming out of the screen.
Yeah.
Except it doesn't look like that. And when it's sunny, it also doesn't. There's also now a massive sign in front of it that it's an SNA display. So now maybe for Artemis, they'll take it over and make this like a public viewing area. You know, it's a much bigger area than they had before. So like I could see use of it, but they could have built it somewhere else. Like,
you know that eyeball thing that they've got in Las Vegas? They need
the big sphere.
Yeah, the sphere.
Yeah. Yep. That would be a good viewing party. That'd be fun.
Did they have the viewing party at the Tesla Cafe this year? Or
they did on the second launch attempt, but they didn't say anything about it on the third.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But they did one thing I never thought SpaceX would do.
What?
They split on the third launch attempt, the one that actually went. They split screened it and showed a live pad view, very small, and then put previously recorded and replayed a 25-minute video from the second launch attempt of Elon talking. And I was like, we were all here yesterday. We all heard it. Like, play a clip, but not the full 25 minutes. And if you're going to make him small in the corner and show us the rocket, we don't need to see Elon talking.
That was for everybody that missed it. It's also called time filler.
It's called not smart decision. Oh, and Elon announced version 4 of Starship.
Cool.
Because they finally admitted that version 1 and 2 couldn't take anything to orbit.
Hey, Joe. Did you get any rain today?
Don't think so.
Well, let me show you what I'm looking at here. This is from WTVC, and they just posted like an hour ago. Oh, never mind. You remember that big flood that flooded the freeway?
Yeah.
They're talking about, apparently they're going to have to redo the
underpass.
They're going to have to redo the drainage according to FEMA.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently they got in trouble with the big Fed.
Well, when you take, 300-foot wide ditches and pipe them in.
Let's see here. East Ridge Mayor Brian Williams says they were unable to gather enough damage to meet the threshold for FEMA after massive recent flash flooding.
That just looks like Florida in an afternoon storm 4 months of the year. Give it 10 minutes. It'll all wash away.
No, it took a little longer than that, actually. And this is actually before you got into... This is not the flooded part. It's right next to it. They didn't get the camera crew down to the flooded part here.
Joe understood what I said, didn't you?
There. Can y'all see that? Oh wait, no, you can't. Darn it! Now I got to redo all this.
Joe, you understand what I said when you take a 300-foot wide ditch and then pipe it underground?
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's the flooded part.
Wow, it's kind of pretty.
Yeah, after the rain stopped, it was actually kind of pretty.
That's unfortunate.
And in the background, you see the little car. You see the taillights of the car in the background. That's the one that's going down the drain. It's actually swirling in a big circle as it goes down.
Wow. I love the ad at the bottom of your screen.
What?
It was the banner. Defend the country. Join ICE today. Never thought I'd see an ad that says join ICE.
Back when I was in the National Guard, I used to get a lot of that sort of stuff. Like
I've seen National Guard, I've seen U.S. Army, the Marines. Never seen like ICE. I'm waiting for the CIA to start doing them.
I used to get one. Join the Border Patrol a lot.
Okay,
so that was, and that's actually good money.
Oh,
if you're,
I was gonna say that's good money, and you don't have to do much now.
Well, yeah, you do because you have to learn the language. Well, it depends. If, like, give you an example.
Depends which border. Get put on the Canadian one.
If you're guarding the Canadian border, you got to know French. If you're guarding the southern border, you got to know Spanish.
I don't know which border I would want to be on. Probably the Mexican one.
The Mexican border. It's warmer in the winter.
I want to be on the South Georgia border.
Yes,
they do have Vidalia onions.
Well, it's pretty much warm year round.
Yeah. That's why the onions taste so good.
Mm-hmm.
And boiled peanuts are cheap because You don't have to use a heat source. You just put it in a pot of water and wait.
I don't remember if I told you, Joe, they got rid of the Border Patrol booth at Starbase.
Oh, yeah. Now,
Yeah.
it's now a closure point.
Yeah, all the buildings gone and everything. They've just like cleared it all out. You can just now drive straight in.
And straight back out.
They finished the fence, so or the wall, so they know that no one else is really coming in that way.
Now you just wait across the mouth of the Rio Grande and come up the beach.
It's pretty violent, actually. That mouth. It's not a very nice crossing. And Starbase has enough cameras around there that they send to ICE, I'm sure. So,
John, remember the two guys walking up the road with the fishing poles?
that was an unreal moment.
They're looking like, where'd everybody go? What?
That was like the couple with the RV. What was that? That was with the tower too, I think. I think they were doing like a static fire of a booster or something. And like everyone's ready, they're fueling, like we're maybe 5 minutes from the expected static fire. And you just see this SUV pull off the beach with the trailer in tow, and they just drive by. The ship or the booster is venting all over the place. And they just drive by, and you just see the largest depress vent come out of the vehicle ever. Because they're like, no, abort. If there's ever an abort button, that was smashed that day.
No,
Yeah, well, I
remember.
remember.
Just let it go.
I remember the two guys that walking up the beach, and then they stop and they see the checkpoint, and they think, "Oh well, we'll turn and head and walk across this way and come up the canal." Only problem is, Lab Padres got the camera on them.
Yeah.
And then Border Patrol shows up at Lab Padres' place and says, "We need the video. We need control of the video."
Yeah, give us your cameras. Yeah.
And the Border Patrol walked right out to them. They're like, "How the hell did you find us?"
Because there's about 80,000 people at home watching you on camera right now. This is Border Patrol Live, coming soon to A&E.
I think once the Border Patrol got out to them, that feed was cut, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I guess they didn't want to have the ass whooping on camera.
Probably.
Oh, those were the good days of Starbase.
Yeah, people don't remember those days. I mean, a lot of people didn't turn to Starbase until Flight 1. And then that's when the world really was like, oh, hello, what is this?
Well, I'm going to go down the hall. I will return shortly.
Yeah, Zach, I was watching, it come in. I'm going, oh, are we going to get SN11?
Yeah, I wasn't sure it was going to flip in time.
Yeah.
It flips really late. But it's done it. Every time since SN15, every time that it's gone to flip, it's flipped. Like, they have nailed how to do that. Just like the booster catch. Every time they've gone for a booster catch, it works.
Yeah.
Every time they've gone for a booster splashdown, when they've done the same thing as before, it works. When they test something new, that's where they find problems.
Yeah.
So,
Joe, that the SN, the ship flights, those were the best.
yeah.
SN9 nailed the landing. Just a little too hard.
Yeah. And then 10 landed and then decided it didn't want to stick around to be probed.
Yeah.
Exploded 12 minutes after landing, 10 minutes after landing.
Would you want to stick around to be probed?
No.
How much you offering?
No, this is going to be like an alien probe.
Yeah, already happened.
Mm.
I went to the hospital in Titusville.
Now, Joe,
For some reason, I was waiting for that to be another church camp story.
Joe,
What?
when
No.
when SN9 landed, I said it landed a little hard. There's flyover pictures of the landing pad, and you could see round circles where the engines impacted the landing pad.
Ooh.
Yeah, the concrete got dented by engine bells. Yeah.
No, that was SN8. SN9 did the flip,
Oh, that's right.
did the full flip.
Yeah, it did the woo. Poof. They body slammed the pad. Yeah, those were the days. Early
And then-
Starship.
Uh.
I'm
Guess
sad
what?
I never got out there before the tower was built, but I'm glad I was out there before Tower 1 was done. Because I still got to see, like, I think I got 2 visits, maybe 3 visits, that there were still, like, pad A and B, like, they were still active facilities.
Yeah.
So I still got to see basically how it started. Because, yeah, it's completely different now. And I haven't even been there since the biggest changes. Like, I haven't been there since they got rid of the tank farm and all that. So,
The grain silo tank farm.
which honestly was a good idea, just not that location. Like, if they wanted to do the grain silos where the tank farm is now with V2 pad and V2 tower, it would actually make sense. It would take up a lot less space. They could actually do it to have like enough for like 3 or 4 flights at a time if they wanted.
Yeah.
But that's where a lot of people are starting to talk. We were talking about that internally. Is Elon said, what year was it? By 2030 or something? Or I can't remember when. But he said they're going to be launching 24, up to 24 a day. And it was like, huh? And then people have started doing math. They would use more fuel and oxygen than basically the world produces right now in production.
So they're going to need a lot of production.
Yeah. Like if this is going to work where we're sending fleets of hundreds of these ships every Martian window within the next 20 years, you're talking about needing to build a production site multiple times the size of Starbase with pipelines.
You know what I see him doing, but I don't know that he would do it. Building ships that can produce oxidizer and fuel.
Just parking them and running them.
And then run them in, offload them, run it out, do more, and they can send the ships to where they need to get the materials to make the stuff.
Awesome.
And then just kind of like oil tankers, just they actually do all the refining right there on the ship.
Well, that was one thing people thought would happen at Starbase for a long time, is that they would eventually build a port, either in the port of Brownsville or off the beach. Like, that was kind of one of the considerations when they were looking at the floating oil derricks, was, could they dredge the beach and literally put in a channel all the way back to Starbase for these big oil derricks to come in. There's only one problem. They realize when you have a floating oil derrick, and you put a rocket ship on it, and then you fuel the rocket ship, before you even ignite it, the derrick starts to do this.
Right.
And then when you ignite it, it starts to do this.
Well, now the thing is, though, it depends on the type of derrick, because some of them have feet that sit on the ocean.
This one did. It still would do it. There was just that much thrust. It wouldn't be able to hold it.
I mean, you're literally talking millions of pounds of fuel and oxidizer. So
Now, Zach,
Yeah.
do you remember when they first got Sanchez?
Yeah. And everyone thought it was going to be this huge facility.
Yeah. You know why? Because there's 2 natural gas wells on the property.
Aren't they capped, though, now? I don't think they're using them right now.
They're full wells. All you got to do is just
that picture
Open the valve.
open the valve.
That picture that Zach showed earlier of the modifications they'll be doing to Starship or Starport, Starbase,
Yeah.
showed liquid natural gas tank farms.
Yeah.
So
this was released by Elon this morning about V4, and I think he said V4 is going to be 2027, roughly. But they've adjusted the payload to orbit now because they thought V1 could do 100 tons to orbit. And they're like, yeah, definitely not. V4 is getting bigger again.
Yeah, it looks like about 20 feet taller at just the heavy.
Yeah, I modify. Where is it? Open quick time preview. I modify one of our rocket chasers photos from this flight with V2 on the pad versus V4 next to it. Yeah, it's big.
Ooh.
Are the towers tall enough to load it?
They would have to lower the attachment points to like here on the ships, or they're going to have to stretch the towers. Now, this tower, the second tower, pad B, this pad is lower. So, if on this one it could go here, pad B, you might be a little bit higher. But I mean, right now the attachment points are like up here.
Now, you said they were going to do modifications on that tower, correct?
Yes, they're going to take it. This entire table will be gone.
Right, and they'll probably put in more.
Yeah. Huge elevated flame trench thing. I don't think.
Now,
I'm sure Gavin has pictures of it. He just hasn't sent them yet.
Now, Joe, underneath there is a crater that was 80 foot deep by 100 foot wide that they just poured concrete in.
Something like that.
Oh, that's not going to be strong enough.
Zach knows all about that.
Now
he got pelted with some of that crater.
Now, can you imagine having to dig all that crater back out to build the new one?
Yeah,
that would suck.
They'll be overjoyed, I'm sure. I was looking at size comparison because everyone compares Starship to like the VAB or Big Ben. Yeah. But I was like, how big is it in relation to like other things? And I was like, wow, it's almost like V4 will be taller than the pyramids possibly. And then I was like, well, how is it compared to other things? So I scaled it. And I'm like, okay. Burj Khalifa still makes it look small. But I was like, could we build a launch pad middle of the
they
tower?
Can't launch Burj Khalifa. So.
Not yet. If you put enough engines under it, you could.
Well,
it looks like look at that. It looks like an alien rocket. But,
Ryan.
Now, I'm looking at the idea of basically, couldn't you use Super Heavy and Starship as a shipping container for a Saturn V? Won't it fit inside it?
No.
No, they're about the same diameter. Starship's a little bigger in diameter, but not by much. You would have to butter up a Saturn.
A fully loaded Saturn V was 365 feet tall.
Yeah, Starship's taller already. That's why they can't use the VAB. Because SpaceX was in negotiations with NASA to take over 2 of the bays at the VAB, and then just suddenly stopped.
Yeah, because it wasn't big enough.
Now we know that. Back then, we didn't.
I wonder if they'll build a bigger one.
They're building Gigabay now in Florida. They're already laying the foundation right now.
You know,
Didn't they say it would be the size of a board cube?
Yeah, Elon calls it a board cube.
there's a great decorating idea. It's-
Let me find it.
Good night, Carl.
black painted steel and green lighting.
Yeah.
Well, with Neuralink,
You're pretty much there.
This is what it'll look like next to Star Factory, which this is the Florida render, but
Yeah,
So-
they need to go with the steel piping on the outside and the green lighting. That's,
in Florida, they're doing this at Starbase. In Starbase they built Star Factory first, and then they had the Mega Bay and the 2 Mega Bays and the High Bay. Then they got rid of High Bay. And now there's 2 Mega Bays, and now they're building Giga Bay. And then eventually the assumption is the 2 Mega Bays will get knocked down in Starbase, and they'll just have the one. 1 Giga Bay can hold 24 ships at once. I'm trying to find it. There was a render of it. 24 ships and boosters. And they're going to have at least 2 of these.
guess what I finally pulled out of the garden yesterday?
what?
My first habanero pepper of the season,
Oh,
which is pretty darn cool considering that I bought some habaneros at the grocery store about a year ago, and one of them fell into the bottom of the crisper, and I didn't notice it for like 3-4 months after it had started to go rotten. So I pulled it out, cut it up, took the seeds out of it, and planted the seeds. And this came from one of those seeds.
oh, John, I think I tagged you in the video.
Yes, you did.
Guy went to Burger King.
Okay, no, I did not see that one.
He went to Burger King and bought a Whopper. Took the tomato out of it and pulled out some seeds and planted the tomato seeds from a Whopper and grew tomatoes.
As one would, yes. Because those are actually pretty good tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, my Romas are starting to make tomatoes again. I'm going to see about that this year.
Your what?
Roma tomatoes. I usually plant Better Boys, but this year I planted Romas, and I've not been terribly thrilled by that. So that's, my squash did terrible this year. Okra's doing great.
Yeah. He called them beefsteaks.
Yeah.
The tomatoes.
Right. That's what you normally use on hamburgers, beefsteak tomato.
I mean, it was, that big around.
They're about this. Yeah, they're about that big around.
Yeah.
And he planted one in the ground and then did a 5-gallon bucket. Now, the 5-gallon bucket, man, it took off and was growing good, and all of a sudden it started quit growing. And he says, I'm not sure what happened. I said, I know exactly what happened.
You need to get
It
it out of that
root bound.
bucket and put it in the ground. Yeah.
He root bounded it.
This was another render in like daytime, so you can see scale of like car. This is what they run Falcon 9 out of, this little hangar at the bottom. This is what they're building. But then Elon posted this. This is Starbase. This is this week, like on Monday. This is only about a quarter, maybe a fifth of Gigabay that they're building. There are 7 ships, possibly 8 ships in production right now. And then we don't know how many boosters. But the thing people have noticed in all of these is look how smooth all the rings are.
Yeah.
Like these are massive rings now that, the rings used to only be a few feet tall at a time. And now they're doing, 10-foot, 15-foot segments. I mean, the nose cones are basically perfectly smooth now. Even though they're made up of 4 different panels. Did I break it like that?
It's just engineering. Once you get the machinery built to build them, it's just a matter of throwing material to them. So.
Yep. So they're building one of these in Florida now, and then they'll have one in Texas, and then
are they doing anything out at a
ship every? What was it? A ship every day, booster every day, 3 days.
Wow. Are they doing anything at Vandenberg?
They would like to. Vandenberg would like them to too. The Vandenberg Commission would not. So there's active lawsuits right now around that, but it's only around Falcon. So they went from having a license of 21 launches a year to 55 last year, and then the day after they got approved for that, they applied to do 100. And the commission was like, "We said no to 55. Okay, let's start this lawsuit over again." But that would be one launch from Vandenberg every 3 days, and 2 to 4 launches a week from Florida.
You know,
and they're building a Falcon Heavy pad out there too, right?
They took over the shuttle pad, aka the Delta 4 Heavy.
Yeah.
At Vandenberg?
Yeah. They're ruining that beautiful pad.
Not ruining it. It's not like the military ever used it. I mean,
no,
it was beautiful. They never actually launched anything from it.
I feel bad for Challenger. I feel bad for Columbia, but that was another big mistake in NASA's history. You had a fully functional pad. You had a space shuttle on it ready to launch. You brought the other 2 launch pads back online. Why didn't you bring Vandenberg?
Of course, Vandenberg was
money.
Well, Vandenberg was designed to steal Russian satellites.
It was designed to do many things. Most people don't realize Vandenberg is actually 2 bases.
Right.
North Base and South Base, with a public roadway and an Amtrak station right in the middle. Yeah, it's a weird base. We have one of our crew out there now and are working on things. So,
what, out of Vandenberg?
Yeah, yeah. We have a rocket chaser out in. Well, he's not in Vandenberg specifically, but he's like an hour and a half drive away. But he goes anyways. Vandenberg's a hard one because it's so secluded.
Yeah.
That it's like, how do you do anything? And like, they're not going to let us put cameras anywhere. So we're looking at like other facilities around it. But then it's also still the gray area of like, is it legal to shoot cameras at military bases? Technically, yes, but
you just can't show anybody the footage ever. It's like trying to get permission from the Russians to film their launch facilities.
Yeah, I actually figured out how to get their launches back. They actually are still streaming them. I just have to go to a Russian version of YouTube, which is very difficult to get to. And you have to enter an email and a phone number and get like 6 verification codes. And
you could probably get to it through LiveJournal. They've owned that for decades.
Yeah.
World Star! Oh, sorry.
I just want the For All Mankind spin-off already. It'll be so good.
Hey, Zach, what do you know about Firefly Aerospace?
They went public and did the biggest mic drop of any company going public ever. The moment they hit the bell, they lit off a rocket engine at their test facility with all their staff standing in front of it.
Where's their test facility? Is it at
Washington?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I thought this was in Texas.
Is it in Texas?
Because they have a facility at Vandenberg.
Yeah, they have a launch site.
And then Rocket Lab
commissioned their neutron pad this morning.
Yeah. When is that supposed to launch?
End of the year.
What?
End of the year.
So how well do you think it's going to land? Auger? Rudd?
I want to see one out on the pad. We've yet to see a neutron. I want to see a neutron. Like, we haven't seen anything of it, but I will say the pad is quite incredible for neutron.
9 minutes, guys.
Well, this
Rolling
was the
into
24-hour stream. Didn't we tell you that?
eight.
So this was this morning at Wallops doing the ribbon cutting, and they just kept stalling and stalling. And they're like, we're going to do a countdown. And then they're like, COO's like, it's fine. Nobody worry. And they're like, 3, 2, 1. And as they cut the ribbon, they did a full strength water deluge test. But they didn't tell anyone that they were going to eject this much water at everybody. Which,
so everybody got soaked.
yeah.
Shorted out the cameras.
Like, these guys down here in blue at one point turned to look. Like, this camera is covered in speckles. Let alone all these people. These people are probably soaked. But it's a very nice looking pad.
It is.
When you think that this Neutron technically maybe can carry the same as Falcon in reusability. That's their hope. But it's...
And it still has a disposable second stage.
Yeah. I'll see if they... Yeah, there's the flame... Go back. There's their pad. So they can launch... This is Wallops, Virginia. So this is where they launch the sounding rockets normally. And then this is their neutron pad. And then... I don't know where their electron pad is. It must be to the left of this.
Yep.
But they're building a big... they're going to build a large pier type thing for Neutron because it comes back on drone ships. So they're going to bring it right back to, like, right back in here and bring it in.
I thought they were going to land close to the pad.
No, they're doing drone ship. Okay, that's not Electron. Where's the Electron pad? Did they get rid of it? They couldn't have. They launched Haste not that long ago. Maybe this is the Electron pad on the side. I don't know. I've yet to be out to Wallops. But they built the new water tower. This is all new. But Rocket Lab is coming online and coming online fast. And they're doing a lot. Yeah, this is them building and testing Neutron for scale. So that's the nose cone. And it does Hungry Hungry Hippo.
And it's all, what, 100% carbon fiber?
I believe so. And then, they might be landing it back now. They keep changing their plans. But this is really neat. They're suspending the second stage in the first stage. So then the whole first stage, the nose cone closes and the first stage comes back. So they just need to crane in a new second stage and they can go again. But yeah, it's a big rocket. It'll hopefully work. But hopefully by the end of the year, I selfishly hope it delays just a little bit. But because Zach isn't getting on a plane again for this year. So.
That's a lie.
Well, I mean after the surgery. Like once I fly home, I do not plan on getting on a.
Well, see, you said you're not getting on a plane again this year, so I had to correct you.
Man, after the surgery.
Oh. Yeah, in about a minute and a half.
Minute and a half, huh?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Zach, for jumping in, giving us some updates on the fake rocket that was all CGI.
Fake rocket CGI. It just exploded on the pad again.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can't wait to watch it explode again next week. No. Everyone's thinking probably a month to 2. So
I'm saying
they're thinking one more this year.
Mid-October at the earliest.
Yeah. And no one thinks V3 will fly this year. From what I've been hearing. Not from SpaceX people, but oh, and I didn't respond. Kiri said he was looking into cyber internships at NASA.
Yeah.
After you transfer university. Just choose a department that's not going to get cut at some point.
All right. We got to say goodnight, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
All right. We'll see y'all Saturday.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.